Hello, my friends. I've been thinking about Valentine's Day because I've been watching some of Jenny's videos on Jen's Junk. She's got 5 weeks of hearts going, and she's been making some really cute things. I will link her channel below so you can check out those if you've not seen them. But anyway, I was thinking about Valentine's Day, and I was thinking about what can I do? And I've got this die. It's a Tim Holtz die that cuts this kind of slotted pocket. And I thought, well, not everybody has this die, and if you do, great, you can use this. If not, I have a solution for you. This is just a little piece of a file folder, and I made the tab on it, but you could keep the tab on the file folder. And I've made some tickets to go in these pockets and some other little things, and cut some slots. These are just straight across slots. And I thought I'd show you how I did this, and I'm going to put these over here to the side, and we'll finish one up. So let's get started. What I did is I've cut this again with that, and I made it a little bit wider. It's about 3 inches wide, and it's about 4.5 to the top, 4 3/4 to the top of that, more or less. You could bank it any size you wanted to, or you could just count that as extra, and that's about 4 1/4 there, plus that. I flipped it over on the back, and I drew in these 2 vertical lines just about 3/8 of an inch in, more or less. And I thought what I'd do, I have this little heart punch. Maybe you can see it better that way, or maybe not at all. There we go. And I thought instead of punching holes like I did on this one with this is to make eyelets with. It's an old-fashioned deal. If you have a crocodile, you could use that to punch your holes. But I thought since it's a Valentine project, I haven't tried this, so I don't know how it's going to work out, but we'll see. I'm going to use the heart punch and punch at the ends of these lines, and then I'll go back and draw and cut the line open so that there's a slot there. And what I'm doing, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the heart at the top where the peak comes down and the bottom point, I'm placing right on the line that I've drawn there. And it goes a little bit beyond where the vertical line is. We're going to have some little hearts left over here. Trying to be careful because I don't want to mess them up. Okay, and then I'm going to do this side too. Maybe I'll speed this up since this is basically the same thing again. And you get bonus confetti. You can make it a Valentine shaker if you want to. Okay, so that is the heart punches. Now what I'm going to do is, I need to cut on this side. And I'm just going to take an X-Acto knife and cut across between the hearts. And I'm going to use my little ruler here. Okay, I'm just lining it up with between the 2 hearts. And just cut here. Here we go. And here. Now, if you were going to put this on a page, you could just glue it down around the edges on your page. See if I can get this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we have the slots there. Since they're kind of narrow, let's see if these things will fit in there okay. Yeah, I think that will work fine. Even though those are narrow, you could cut it just slightly to one side or the other and make them a little wider if you wanted to. But I think since I have the hearts there, I'm going to leave it like that. But what I was going to say is you could glue it down on a page just around these edges. You could leave the top open if you wanted to have something to put back there. Or you could glue it all the way around and just put things in the slots. What I'm going to do is make it where it could be a little gift. This is a back piece, and I need to cut it off right here to make it just under this part, just, you know, a little bit below there. So I'm also going to just take my knife and do this. I could take it to the cutter and cut it off, but we'll just do it this way. And hopefully get it straight. Okay. And I think I'm going to put a little divot in the top of it. So if you put something in this back pocket, that it will be a little easier to access it. And I think I want to round the corners too, just a little bit. And these I actually didn't round these. What I did with these was just snip the corners. So we'll see if I can round them now. Make it match up a little better. That one didn't. Those at the top, I can't do that too well, so I won't worry about that. So, okay, now I'm just going to, I'm not going to worry about these lines I drew on the back because I'm going to cover them all up like that. So I'm just going to put glue around the edge of this. I'll use Fabri-Tac because it's a little easy to do if my glue is flowing. I guess we'll see. I didn't get that exactly in the middle, but maybe it won't matter. I'll show you what I made to put in the pockets, in the slots. You could put other things in there if you had some old-fashioned Valentines. I think that would be sweet to put in it. Or I made tickets is what I made, but you could use other things too. So let's just get this on. Get it lined up perfectly well. It would also be cute to have put color behind those hearts on the back page. You could put a colored sheet back there and you'd have that effect. I'll show you the stamps I used. I have this set from Amazon. Well, I'll turn it this way and you can see. It's all various tickets and labels and things. You can see what short film festival, and these are transportation, bus service, various things. I also have the Tim Holtz set of tickets. This set, I used one of these and this one, I think, to make some tickets. And then I also have these. I didn't use these. These are book lovers club tickets or book club tickets. And I didn't use any of these, but you could. This one says Smutty Romance. There are two with Smutty Romance, but I don't want to do Smutty Romance. But Cozy Girl Book Club and Read All Night Book Club, some of those are fun. And then also I have these two sets. I have this set. I got these at Tuesday morning a long time ago, but they're mainly just sentiments to go in, like in a greeting card. Hello, sunshine, my friend. Love you much. Love you more. Miss you. Thank you. Those kinds of sentiments. And then these I got at Joann Fabric a long time ago. I think they're more to use in a planner. The quote of the day and things like that, making memories together. But some of them are fun to use. It says happy there, and yes, and the heart, I used it. And then I also have these stamps. This was a set. See if I can move this all in one piece. This was a set that I got at Hobby Lobby a long time ago when I didn't have any stamps. And I thought these would be good to have, but they're all, I think it's for wedding stuff, really, kind of always and things, but it has love, laugh, I love you, some hearts, a lock and key, and some hope, and a kiss. So I had those to use. I also have my scripture stamps that I have been using. I didn't use all of these, but I used some of those. So I've got this glued together now. And the things I had put in there before, I thought I'd put this. This is the label that goes with the actual, this die. It has the label that you put on here. And I had cut this. I could also use this one, which is just a little smaller label. But I think I like the bigger one better. It goes across the length better. So I probably am going to use that one. This is a bobbin for like embroidery thread. I just thought the colors on it would be cute in here. And I tied a little bow on that. It has a little bit of space on the back. You could use it for writing, for put a date or something up there. This one I stamped with this stamp. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. It's Ruth 116. All of verse 16 says, "Entreat me not to leave you or to turn back from following after you. For wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God." And that was Ruth speaking to Naomi. I put a heart up there. I kind of distressed it a little bit with some vintage photo around the edges. But I think this one hopefully will go in this slot. It's a little bit tight. And then this one I just stamped "Love You" on it. It doesn't have anything on the back of it. It could be a writing space, or I could stamp another sentiment back there. This one, it doesn't have anything on the back either. It just has the heart stamped in there with that. I just did a round circle because I thought it would be fun to have a different shape in here. Put it over here. And then this is, maybe I'll put it here. You can't really see the hearts that I punched there until you start taking things out of this. You could put a Valentine's Day or something up here on this tab if you wanted to do that. And then, see, I think I'll move this down. Put it here, like that. See, I think that makes a cute little package of tickets and other things, scripture cards and whatever you would want to put on there. And then I'm going to glue that on there. I have some other options that you could put in the slots too. I'll show you what I pulled out for that too. Get the glue on here. Okay. Looks pretty good. And you could stamp a word or whatever you wanted on that. Even something like a design you could put on there. Just maybe maybe the key or something, if you wanted to do that. Or put some, you know, whatever you desire to do to that. Some of the other things I thought about, a playing card with hearts on it would be fun. This is red on the back. This is just a pretty lady from vintage. It's a Tim Holtz photo. And she has some flowers that she's wearing. So I thought that might be cute in there. This is a tag that came off a kitchen towel for Valentine's Day quite a long time ago. And it's got "Way to Celebrate Valentine's Day." And then you could cover this part up. Maybe something like a heart like that to go on there. That's kind of thick. You'd have a hard time getting that in the pocket. But even if you wanted just to stick it in where it was just sticking up the top part of it, you could do that. So there are other options besides having to do tickets. This is just a little tag that you could add in there. Or these little die cuts. You know, those are cute too to go in. You could add lace at the bottom of it if you wanted to. If you wanted it just to be this is coming loose at the wrong place, but you could add just a row of lace at the bottom to dress it up, which would be cute. If you were just going to have it as a floating pocket in your journal or as a gift to somebody. And you could make it into a gift card just by sliding in a card to, you know, a bookstore or whatever you wanted to gift somebody. So anyway, I hope you like this idea, and I will see you again soon. I've kind of been lagging with the videos lately, but I've got some ideas working. So thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.